Alright guys, time's come. I think it's time to get started on this Mustang. We've accumulated a good amount of parts, and I'm going to pull it in the garage tonight and start tearing it down. But first, I thought I'd go over what we got. Whoops, that's my hand. Alright, there we go. Figure out how this lock works. Bam. Alright, so we haven't talked much about what we're doing with this car, and so I think I'll do that now. If you've watched Marco's video, we turbocharged his Mustang, and we just did a single turbo. The plan from the beginning was to do a twin turbo, but it didn't quite work out. So when we decided to buy another Mustang, we thought we're definitely going to do twins. And so we've been accumulating parts, and this is it. So we got two smaller turbos. They're not super small, so I'm not really sure how quick they're gonna spool, but hopefully it'll be good enough. Got an intercooler in here, piping, couplers, battery relocation, manifold gaskets, flanges, wastegate, oil line, new spark plugs, got a bunch of fittings, got a wideband down there. So it's gonna be a project. So let's get this thing in the garage and get going on it. You guys remember last time this thing had starting issues, even with the tender on it. Let's see what happens. So I think what I'm going to do is rip this thing around the block. You guys hear that throttle bearing? Jesus Christ. You know what? Whatever. You ever question sometimes why you bought a car? Right now, that's this one. Oh man, so this thing actually hasn't seen pavement in probably 4 months or so since I bought it. And yeah, so I figured I'd just rip around the block, get the rust off the rotors, get some fluid moving, maybe get like a little tiny pull video, even though the hood's not latched all the way. I don't know. We'll see what kind of a gutless turd this thing is, and probably will still be when I'm done with it, but at least it'll be a little cooler. Alright, second gear, give her the beans. Well, I mean, that was literally like as hard as I could push the pedal. And I am a little worried with this hood being popped, so I'm not gonna go too crazy with the speed here. Damn, I got a little chirp out a second. Dude, all this drivetrain is so sloppy. Like, you just feel the engine flopping around, and like the tranny and the diff just, it's like the Ford's bushings are made out of bubble gum or something. It's ridiculous. We need to fix that. I've got some ideas for the motor mount to kind of keep that solid, because we're gonna need to keep it solid for what we're trying to do here. We've got a turbo setup we want to try. Yeah, I haven't talked much about that yet, but we'll get more in depth here once I get it in the garage. This thing feels worse than my 4Runner. Alright, here we go. Let the build commence. Just real quickly, thought I'd go over what we're doing with the turbo setup. Maybe actually a little teaser. So, the boys and I had gone over a bunch of different ways we should go about mounting these bad girls, and we came up with something. Don't want to scratch the hood on this gem, you know. We'd come up with you know, something a little different, unique. We had thought, what if we did like a unicorn style, which is not, I guess, very different or unique considering it's been done. Thought something like that, kind of sticking out of the hood, you know. I mean, I guess that'd be cool. We had thought maybe, you know, putting, obviously not angled like that, but I can't really hold this right, but like one here, one there, you know, because there's plenty of room right there. But that's initially what we're going to do with Marco's, but we want to do something a little cooler, and that's probably all I'm going to say for now. Just think like, I'll give you this. It's like RB, Jay-Z, something like that. So, without further ado, I'm gonna get this thing on jack stands and let's see, probably take the front wheels off and maybe just start trying to take the exhaust off now that it's super fucking boiling hot. But anyways, that's the plan for now. Let's get to it. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a night. As you can see, took the battery out, moved the fuse box, obviously, and it's not like a permanent location. Quickly learning that the exhaust uses a lot of 15, 16, and apparently a 14. I don't think that was factory nut on there. There's actually 2 nuts missing on the manifold 2-bolt flanges, 1 on each side. That's probably where the exhaust leak was coming from. But yeah, the other 2 are like 15 or 16, and I don't have a long socket for that. So I just sprayed some things down with some like WD-40. I'm finding that some of the bolts are pretty rusted, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it a night for now. Gonna go get some sockets tomorrow and hopefully drop the rest of that exhaust. Maybe pull the manifolds off, see which direction I want to flip them, and yeah, continue the journey. Thanks for hanging out. Subscribe. Thanks for watching.